Sang-hyu is a Catholic priest who volunteers at the hospital providing ministry to their patients. He is well respected for his faith and dedicated service, but he secretly suffers from feelings of doubt and sadness. He volunteers to participate in an experiment to find a vaccine for the deadly EV virus. Although the experiment fails and Sang-hyun is infected with the seemingly fatal disease, he makes a complete and rapid recovery after receiving a blood transfusion. News of his marvelous recovery quickly spreads among the crowd, and they begin to believe that he has a miraculous gift of healing. Soon thousands more flock to Sang-hyun's services. Among the new people are Kang-woo, Sang-hyun's childhood friend, and his family. Kang-woo invites his old friend to join the weekly night at his house, and there Sang-hyu finds himself attracted to Kang-woo's wife, Tae-joo. Sang-hyu later relapses into his illness and wakes in dire need of shelter from the sunlight, having become a vampire. At first, Sang-hyu feels a newfound vigor, but soon he's aghast to find himself drinking blood of a patient. After attempting to kill himself, Sang-hyu finds himself irresistibly drawn to human blood. To make matters worse, the symptoms of EV return and only seem to go away when he drinks blood. Desperately trying to avoid committing a murder, Sang-hyu resorts to stealing blood transfusion packs from the hospital. Tae-joo, who lives with her ill husband and overprotective mother-in-law, Miss Ra, leads a dreary life. She is drawn to Sang-hyu and is physically and unable to resist odd desires for him. The two begin an affair, but when Tae-joo discovers the truth about Sang-hyu, she retreats in fear. When Sang-hyu pleads with her to run away with him, she turns him down, suggesting that they kill her husband instead. When Sang-hyu's supervisor at the monastery requests some vampire blood so that his eyes may heal, he may see the world before dying. In disguise, Sang-hyu flees from the monastery. He moves into Mrs. Ra's house so that he may secretly bed with Tae-joo. Sang-hyu notices bruises on Tae-joo and assumes her husband is the cause, a suspicion she sheepishly confirms. Sang-hyu decides to kill Kang-woo during a fishing trip with the couple. He pulls Kang-woo into the water and claims to be his superior, and that he placed the body inside a cabinet in a house at the bottom of the lake, putting a rock on the body to keep it from floating to the surface. Sang-hyu's symptoms return, so he kills his superior at the monastery and feeds on their blood. A police investigation ensues. Mrs. Ra drinks often after her son's death, sinking psychosomatically into a completely paralyzed state. Sang-hyu and Tae-joo are haunted by terrifying visions of Kang-woo's bloated corpse. When Tae-joo slipped that Kang-woo never abused her, Sang-hyu is enraged, and because he only killed Kang-woo to protect her, teary-eyed, she asks Sang-hyu to kill her and let her return to her husband. He obliges by snapping her neck, but after feeding on her blood, decides he does not want to be alone forever and feeds her corpse his own blood. She awakens as a vampire. Mrs. Ra, knocked to the floor by a Caesar, witnesses everything. Tae-joo quickly shows herself to be a remorseful monster, killing indiscriminately to feed, while Sang-hyu acts more conservatively, only killing when necessary. Their conflicting ethics result in a chase across the rooftops and a short battle. Sometime later, Mrs. Ra manages to communicate to Kang-woo friend that Sang-hyu and Tae-joo killed her son. Tae-joo quickly disposes of two of the friends, and Sang-hyu appears to eliminate the third. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Sang-hyu tells Tae-joo that they must flee or be caught. Sang-hyu then places Mrs. Ra in his car, with Tae-joo drives into the night. Before leaving town, he makes a visit to the camp of worshippers who consider him the miracle EV survivor. He makes it seem like he tried to rape a girl, leading the campers to chase him away, no longer idolizing him. Back at the house, the third friend escapes, whom Sang-hyu only pretended to kill to protect her from Tae-joo. Upon waking up from the nap in the car, Tae-joo realizes that Sang-hyu has driven to a desolate field with no cover from the dawn. Realizing his plan to have them both burn when Dawn breaks. Taizu tries to hide, but Sangyu foils her every attempt. Resigning herself to her fate, she joins him on the car hood, and both are burned to ash by the sun as Mrs. Rao watches from the back seat of the car. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comment section below which movie you want us to recap next. As always, until the next time.